here to play
Wrong place.
country tune harmonica. That means we're going to play country. You can play all kinds of any style if you have this harmonica and you have that certain need for that. Basically, that certain note. They changed one note from a regular diatonic to the country tune. And if you play in the cross, or everybody, it's called second position. First position is the name of the harmonica. Second position is the or the sucking side. Good morning.
You'll learn a lot.
Anyway, they changed one note, and that note is hold 5, and they've sharpened it. They get raised a half step. That allows you to play the whole G scale on a C harmonica, every note of the scale, and you only have to bend one note. So, if you think of there's still some notepads back there. If you got something to write on, you can write 10 numbers across a page. And I don't have a handout. I do have a handout for a certain song. But if you look at your C harmonica or want something to write down, you've got, if you number 1 through 10 across, and then on the top, you put, the top represents your blow side.
There's pins in the back.
Those notes are C, E, G, C, E, G, C, E, G, C. Anywhere you blow is a C chord. On a normal diatonic, you've got on the bottom, hold 1 D, hold 2 F. Hold 1 D, hold 2 G, hold 3 B, hold 4 D, hold 5, and this is a special one, F natural on a regular diatonic. And then you go on up A, B, D, F, A. And those are your 10 holes on the sucking side. Hold 5 on a country tune has been raised a half step. And so the blatant example of this is in any song that has that note. If you don't have that country tune, you can't play around that note and make it right. Then, here's what it can sound like. Okay, the song Cattle Call, the yodel. The guy on the tape can do it a heck of a lot better. So on Cattle Call, the yodel part, if it were played on regular diatonic, sound like this. There it is.
There it is.
Got a country tune, you can play all kinds of songs that have that special note.
Stick it in.
Well, like that. Get the idea? Okay, there's the example. I'll demonstrate that song on this CD. But you bend one note on the country tune, start at hold 2, hold 2, hold 3, you gotta bend it a whole step. Normally, unbent, it's just the B note. Hold 3, bend it a half step. Then release. Okay, here it is. Hold 2, hold 3, and I put a W, when I play a second note, put a circle around it. Hold 2, hold 3, bend, hold 3, release, hold 4, blow, hold 5, hold 6. I'm sorry. Hold 4, drop. Hold 5, blow. Here it is, hold 5, drop. And then hold 6. All right. So, have you got your country tune? Can you try that? Hold 2. Now, if you find it hard to bend a note, here's my bending note lessons. So your words are ooh, drawing, and yo. And yo is your, well, it's an extreme example of bending. When you say yo, it's like you're about to swallow your tongue. There's a lot of pressure change when you say that word. Go to hold 3. We, ooh, yo. You can overbend there. But you work to a point where you say ooh, yo. Or we-o is where I finally refined it. You want that bent note to be in tune. So we'll play this scale. Okay, hold 2, drop. All right, bend, hold 3. And try to control it. It may be not enough or too much. And then release. When I say release, take the pressure off. There's hold 3, blow 4. Suck 4, blow 5, suck 5. There it is. All right. So yeah, try that. Okay, here we go. Now, in bending, if you need a good bending exercise, you can go up the scale from here up to about hold 6. Those are the only notes that you can bend. A lot of times you need that special note, and that's the bent note. But here's my bending exercise for all the notes. Ooh, yo, ooh, or we, oh, we. Now this whole 5, you can bend it down to an F natural. That takes a lot of control too. And there's a song where I use it both times on, well, like if you're playing a regular diatonic where you're going to the 4 chord, you got to put the control on that. But most of the time what this note is used for is that special note that you need. So here's one song, Cattle Call. Let's see. Listen. Get the idea. Now, when I played that before, you know, if you wind up in a situation where you're playing cattle call, you need that note and you don't have it, you learn how to fake your way through regular harmonicas. So when I didn't have that country tune, it would go like this. Okay, that's a union guy. So, that all this time, you know, before the country tuned harmonicas came out, and they actually made a harmonica with that special note, which was a very nice thing. You had to play around that note you couldn't get to. There are a lot of songs, a lot of bluegrass songs, and that note is in the D chord of a C harmonica. And you can play a D chord on 5, hold 4, hold 5, and hold 6. Okay, let me get to, I'm in a different key for that cattle call, but here's the right key. All right, right there, 4, 5, and 6. Right there. So, just let me give you some songs, and I'll show you the licks of songs that certainly are benefited by hole 5 being sharpened. Okay? You're cheating hard, okay? So, right here on hole 6 where it started. Cheating hard will tell on you. Okay. Okay. 6, 6, 6, 5. If you get 6, 6, and 5, you hear it. Then the rest. Okay. Let's just try this. Here's your boogie. When you get to the D chord of a G boogie, you got hole 5 and you're safe there because you'll play the note. Try that. You know where the notes are? G is your sucking chord. Start on hole 2, 2, 3, 4, up to blow 6, 4, 5. And then C is 4, 5, 6, suck A, and then the 7, blow. And the D, you can do all kinds of things with it because that D chord kind of resolves your boogie. So, go to hole 4, hole 5, and you can blow that 6. There it is. I've got an advanced custom country tuned harmonica, and the guy came 2 or 3 years ago. He's from Germany. he had a Western swing tuning. And rather than a C natural on hole 7 when you blow, he made it a C sharp. So that enabled me to play Santonio Rose. But when you get out of the bridge, you're in a D chord and you wind up needing that C natural. So then I had to modify a note around that C natural so I wouldn't play it. Okay, so that's your D chord. 4, 5, 6 on your draw. Draw, hole 7, and then blow on hole 7. So that's a D7th chord, a full D7th chord. And it resolves to the G. Also, look at your start at hole 1 draw. All right, now let me play this for you. Okay, you can play a full D scale throughout this harmonica in the bottom octave and in the middle octave. Only a full D scale does have a C natural on that middle scale, but you can bend this D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp is in the D scale, and D. Most of the time you're going to be playing on a C harmonica if you like the country, if you like the cross harp or the second position. You're going to play, you're not going to worry about a C sharp unless it fits. And there it is if it fits, because you can bend that note, but it's really hard to bend hole 7 to make a C sharp for most players. Anyway, that's why I like this. These guys that are really good can do these overblows and have the note when they want it and as fast or whenever they want it. But I don't think I got enough years to learn how Howard Levy does it, you know. All right, so here's this D scale. Bend hole 2, release, bend hole 3, release, and then bend hole 4. So, okay, find the note in the beat, okay? Let's play it real slow. 1, 2, first note, play. Blow, bend, release, hole 3, bend, release, hole 4, bend, you got it. Okay. Okay, I'm Barney 5. I've got one bullet. I left my pick pouch at the room. But the one bullet I have is the one I don't want to lose. Have you ever heard of a blue chip pick?
Yeah.
$40 a pop or more. I keep it in here, not that I'm afraid to play with it because I know I'll lose it. I've got picks all over the place. All right. So there's your D chord. Okay. All right. Now, okay, I'm giving you some examples. Here's a good song. Get some copies? Did it take some finagling? Yeah, give one to everybody. This simple version of Orange Blossom Special. We won't do it right now. But if you need something to write on, you get it right on the back. Next time I'll do this, I'll have some better handouts. All right, Blue Spanish Eyes. This song uses that G scale full G scale, because when you go that D chord, you gotta have that F sharp. Okay, and so here's the feel of it. Spanish tune. So just listen. Thank you. Here we go. The whole phrase. Here we go. Can you give him a little Cheryl? When you hit the climax of that song, you got to bend that whole F. Did you hear me bend it when I went there? It's this part right here. Hi.
Hi.
You need a country tune harmonica.
May I just observe?
Huh?
I have them at home.
Okay. I have one here for $60. No more than what everybody else is selling them for. But there's a handout. You'll kind of get the gist of it. All right, listen to that lick. This is the second. This is toward the end of the song where the song climaxes. So you got. Here we go. I'm going to bend it. Spanish tune ends with cha cha cha. Now, did you hear that? And that's a special place where you have to bend that note. But it's as good an example of running that scale of a D scale with that F sharp. That whole 5 is the one you need. You do have an F sharp if you'll bend whole 2 in the first octave on your harmonica. Now, I've got I play this Waylon Jennings song. Charlie McCoy recorded this song, and I learned it from him. But I think part of the history of the special tune, country tune harmonica is, I think Larry knows this story. If you've been to Spa, you've heard it before. But Charlie McCoy recorded Danny Boy. And well, in that Danny Boy, when you go into the chorus, Charlie just took another harp and made that run. Well, some guy out in the boonies, he's a big Charlie McCoy fan. He said, how do you do that? How do you do that on the same harp? And he got to thinking, so he knew how to file read and change the pitch. So he changes the pitch, and for some reason he goes to Nashville. First chance he has, he just hopes he has an opportunity to talk to Charlie McCoy and show him how smart he is. He finally gets to talk to Charlie and says, you didn't fool me, buddy. I knew what you did. And he said, I know you sharpened that whole 5 so you could play that. That one run there, that one note. He said, that's how you did it. You didn't fool me. And Charlie said, well, that's not what I did. But now that you told me that can be done, I'm going to start doing it. So Charlie McCoy, I think nearly every time he picks up a harp, it's a country tune. And he can bend that whole 5 for that natural, okay? So here's a Waylon Jennings song that I like. It's called The Only Daddy That'll Walk the Line. If I can think where to bend it just right. In the main walk down, it's nice to have a guitar that would tune. Let's see, I've got. Short. Yeah. It's hard enough to keep your guitar in tune, even if you don't get a bar 5, because this weather, it can be cool and everything changes. Okay. So go like this. Everybody knows you've been stepping on my toes, and I'm getting mighty tired of it. Keep on messing with my mind, stepping out of line. If you had any sense, you'd quit. 'Cause everybody knows any girl was the only man in this whole world. Now you better do some checking, then you'll find you got the only daddy that'll walk the line. Okay, here's a solo. But you gotta have that whole 5. Anyway, you get an idea for that.
Yeah.
So that's very useful, but every now and then, that's one of the hardest bends that I find on a harmonica. Well, the country tune, you got to bend it just right. Now, another place I have a hard time with a certain bend, I mean, it just seemed more challenging to me. This may be just a watch out, buddy, piece of advice, but sometimes on an F harp, which crosses to C, that whole 3, to bend it just right, is you can overbend it, if you're not bending enough, there's a sweet spot in there where you'll finally get that right note. I think it's because F is one of the highest pitched harmonicas that there is. Okay, all right, here's the Born to Lose lick. Born to lose, and now I'm losing you. All right, right there, it's hold 5, blow, hold 6, blow, and then play your hold 5 on the draw. And there's your, and then run the scale down. Try that. 1, real slow. We'll try to do it in time. 1, 2, let's blow 5, 6. So you're going down that scale. When you get to B, come up to C and then finish it. So here it is. I gotta think. Hold 5, 6, and then hold 5 draw. Blow E, 4, draw, and then hold 3, hold 4, blow, hold 5, Got that? And then come down. Okay. Okay. Am I in the wrong key? Of course. Okay.
I was wondering.
Start teaching English and then go to Espanol. There it is. There it is. And then another thing too, I got an opportunity to play in church a lot. You have a country tune?
I didn't bring one with
Okay, I do have one, a couple for sale
me.
here.
No, I've got one in the
Okay.
room, I just didn't bring it there.
Shame on you.
What key are you in right now?
Okay, well, I was in the key of E, and I've done an example. Now I'm in the right key. We match.
Which
Okay.
is C or
Huh?
C? Is that?
This is the key of C, crosses to G, and that's your country tune key for the key of C. And so. Here it is. Pretty neat, huh? I mean, that one note, it's right there at the climax of that song. Okay. Let's see. Waltz Across Texas. The Waltz Across Texas lick. You use that a lot. Normally I play Waltz Across Texas in A, but in the modern age of high tech, we have these things called capos. So run that thing in where you want and then play right there. Okay. 4, 5, 4. Suck 4, blow 5, suck 4, and here's your note. Right there. 4, 5. Yeah. Suck 4, blow 5, and then suck 4, second time, suck 5. You hear that scale go down? Now, hit that F sharp. Run the scale down. So here's the introduction to Waltz Across Texas. So it's this. 4, 5, 4, 5, 4. No, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3. Bend, 3, and then land on hole 2. So here it is. Ernest, we dance together, the world's in the skies. It's a fairy tale dream that's come true. And with your hand in mine, and those stars in your eyes, I could waltz across Texas. Well, waltz across Texas with you in my arms. Waltz across Texas with you. Like a storybook ending, I'm lost in your charms. I could waltz across Texas. Now listen to the solo. That's the thing about the country tuned harp. And a lot of people, even, even players that haven't played very long, they get the first, or not at all, they get the first harp and they learn the C scale. Everybody more or less gets a C harp as the first harmonica because all the materials are written for a C harmonica. Well, they get comfortable playing in the straight. What I got to call it straight is first position. They get comfortable playing those songs. All the notes are there, and you don't have to bend them until you run to a song like Rocky Top, and you try to play that with a C harmonica in first position. When you hit the chorus, you gotta hit a bent note, and it's hard to do in C. But if you don't want to. What's ironic though is you don't need a C country tune for that particular song. But so many songs, when a lot of players that have been playing in C all the time, then they go to I speak from experience, and I can tell you all my mistakes, and then if you'll avoid them, you'll be the perfect harp player. Because I'm going to keep making mistakes. But you'll find a song, and there's a dangerous note up there. If you don't, you better listen for it. Or if you go to it, it'll be the wrong note. Just like cattle call. Dun dun da 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 dun dun da 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 da. Bad note. Well, that's a bad note everybody's trying to avoid, and that's what makes your solo playing hard. Well, this has made it easy. If you think about that melody of the song, and if you need that note or not. Most of the time, more melodic songs, you may like to use that cross harp, the country tuned harp for. More bluesy songs, you'd probably want to use just your regular diatonic, because it's got that whole 5 when you're sucking on that sucking chord. That whole 5 is called a 7th, and that 7th resolves to your blow chord. But you go out of a G to a C real easy when you hit that whole 5. So if you're doing a country tune, that's what that resolves to. With a country tune, you just have to bend that whole 5. But if it doesn't have that F sharp and a song in G, you're safe with the diatonic. So here's one I wanted to, okay. All right, I'll try to play it for me. So 1, 2, 3, get ready. 1, 2. Try it again. 2. Okay, just hit that. 1, 2. Here it is. Now before I bought a country tune, here's how I would play that solo. This is just a diatonic. And so I learned something to play. Now I got 2 solos, the standard solo with that sharp note, but here's the other one. Played something different, a lot more notes. But I was thinking, you don't want to go that. You don't want to get too wild, but I think the country tune harp helps you learn the second position even better, now that you got the note you need. Okay. Here's San Antonio Road. Now, unless I use this, when I play with my band, or when I play San Antonio Rose, that's hole 2, hole 4, draw. That's hole 6 blow, and hole 7 draw. There it was in the middle part right there. All right, in the bridge, if I play with the band, I just play the melody, not the bridge, because the bridge goes to D. With that country tuned, Western swing tuned harmonica, which has hole 7 raised a half step, I can play that melody. I can go into the bridge, but it's really, for some reason, there's that bridge, and I'm using that hole 7 draw. But if you play the melody before the key change, here's San Antonio Rose. In the cross. Now a lot of people play it in the, how do you do that, Larry? You start it, you play on one harp, you change harps?
I
or,
change harps, yeah.
Yeah. Theoretically, you can probably play it with the G harp.
Yeah.
And then, I never tried it it's just a habit once you start playing playing in the second position, to try every song like that. And if the song doesn't work out, now we've got country tuned harps, so we can do that. So, San Antonio Road starts on hole 5. Okay, here it is. Right there, I went to D chord. Right there, that's a C sharp. I'm playing an A chord. I've got hole 7 sharpened. And the only reason I sharpened that note was so that I could play San Antonio Rose. And still, it kind of backfired on me, because when I come out of that bridge, I've got to hit a C natural. But I just land on the note and stay there until I go back into the key of G. So I do it like this. Time, because if I'd have hit that, I'd have hit the wrong note. I wanted a C natural. All right, C. So you can run into songs that change keys, and then when you do that, and you got a country tune, sometimes that'll work. You know, sometimes you go to, like in the key of G, they call the 2 chord the A chord. And so you got the advantage of A chord is A, C sharp, and E. So you got the advantage of playing a C sharp on hole 4 by bending the D down to a C sharp. Now, here's something everybody can do, and you can play the Star Spangled Banner with your country tune harmonica. Well, that's the one I don't want. Okay. Starts on hole 5. Hole 3, you bend hole 4 and release. I don't think we hit hole 5 yet. But there it is. So learn that, and we won't try it in here. If you don't play it right, you're a communist. I've done that before live too, you know. No, I'm just kidding. Well, maybe not. Anyway, where'd my rack go? Oh, I'm undressed. Boy, you know something? When I got to where I couldn't see so good, I had to start wearing glasses. Man, I was in jail. All this stuff, hat, glasses, harmonica holder, and then having to sing and then look down at the guitar, make sure I hit the right chord. That can be really crazy. Okay, Danny Boy's a good one. So you can learn all the notes on the straight harp, but then you need that F sharp when you walk in there. And in that bridge, you use that whole 5 a lot. In bluegrass, some songs that Blackberry Blossom it's a song where you play the chords nearly faster than you do the melody. It goes like this. Okay. fast. So much moving, I just have to use my hands to get any. I haven't practiced that much. All right, here's Bill Cheatham is another fiddle song. Now the bridge. That's a G, C, and D progression, and you need that whole 5 there. When you got all those notes in there, you can play a lot of melodic bluegrass songs with the country tune, the harmonica, and then okay, hear it? Okay. Hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Hey, sweet baby, don't you think maybe we could find us a brand new recipe? Got a hot rod Ford and a $2 bill. I know a spot right over the hill. Soda pop and the is free. Wanna have fun? Come along with me. Hey, good looking, what you got cooking? How's about cooking something up with me? Song I haven't played in a while, I have to do it kind of slow. Okay, yes.
This is great. Are you playing any blue notes in that? Is it only when you're bending, like hole 5 or whatever, that you're...
Well, in that country tune, I got a couple left here, but you can, hole 5 is a blue note and only diatonic. Now, this is a country tune, so you heard that. When you bend, you don't get the pure note, but you get the feeling and you get the soul and you get the guts of the song when you play that blue note. There aren't any in that one. So in church, I've got a whole set. Here's the way church music is. A lot of church music is in the flatted keys. A flat, D flat, B flat, F. Well, those church songs are still melodic. Now, I used to get by with country tune harmonicas in my favorite natural keys, which string players, guitar players love. So that was well, A, B flat, C, D, F, and then G. I don't have much use for a B harmonica or an E harmonica, but A, B flat, C, D, F, and G. A crosses to E, B flat, A, B flat, B flat crosses to F. I do have a B flat harmonica, so I'm playing F natural. C crosses to G, D crosses to A. I don't play it, normally don't play in songs B and B. So you just E, F natural, and then G. So my six basic were those. Then I got a chance to play in church. A lot of those old time gospel songs, they play them in the flats. And so I've got a whole set of 12 now in all the sharps and flats. But for playing nearly any song in a country gig, a lot of rock, all you need is A, B flat, C, D, F, and G. But anyway, there wasn't a blue note in that. I mean, you could put one in, but
But when you were bending the note, is that not a blue note that you're bending?
okay. No, there wasn't any. But, okay. A, you can play an A7th chord. Well, you can bend the A. A, bend A on 3, bend to a C sharp on hole 4, C sharp, blow E, and G, that's A 7th chord. You can play a D 7th chord, hole 4, all suck. 4, 5, 6, and C natural. D, F sharp, A, C. Or you can do it down here. But you got the notes in tune. You don't have to shape the notes. You can run that D scale on the left side. You can get everything except the C sharp in the middle octave. There's C natural. But if you get overblow or whatever it takes to bend that note up, you can play another D scale there. All right, I want to show you. All right, Orange Blossom Special. Probably starting this too late. Look at that thing. Basically, there's three places. I use a country tuned A. No, I'm sorry. Okay. I use a country tuned D and a regular A. I don't play it like Charlie McCoy. I did learn it in C, but Charlie, when I go to a bluegrass festival and someone says, let's play Orange Blossom Special, well, everybody going to play it in A. Well, they're going to play it in E for the hokum, and they're going to walk down to A for the fast part. But you can do it by getting a regular G harp and using your C country tune. Okay, now, so I get my C country tuned. First of all, you got the hokum, which is just jamming in the, I taught train sounds in the Harmonica Fun 101 seminar yesterday. And this is a train sound. This is all in G, for our case. Then we walk into C, I got the melody for that fast punch. And you play anything you want for your hokum. Joe Clark. Here's a walk down. All right, then here's the way the harps change. Suck. Where's my C? C country tune. Here it is. And I like a real rhythmic thing going through this walk up on. And I'll play real fast. Charlie used 2 and 2. I used 3, and then I hit the middle of of the A harp on the blow. So I'm going A, D, E, and then A. So you got that change. Suck. That's G. Blow is C. D is holds 4, 5, and 6, and then I hit the G chord in the middle of the G harmonica. All right, now play this lick. Get your harmonica. This is the first lick. I call them whistle throughs. I don't have the ephing and gnawing like Charlie does on that, and it sounds the same thing as you go. I can do the same thing. I call it the whistle through. You suck 3 notes and then you blow, starting at hole 2. And when you're going even faster, you hear that? Maybe you don't. I do. But it's the same thing. That's what enabled me to play it just about with anybody. Got to your heart. Okay, whistle 3 notes. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, and then blow 5. Country tune G.
G.
I'm sorry, country tune C.
Oh,
Okay, that's the first note 3 times. The first phrase 3 times. And then you end with a C and a B and A. Real slow now. You come back down the same way. Listen, listen. Okay, we'll do it real slow, but listen first. Spell on paper. The main part is, or in real slow. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the first phrase. Then you go to the D chord. It's right here. It's no changing of breath. It's another whistle through. Stay right there. Hold 4. D, F sharp, A, B. 4, 5, 6, 7. All 7.
that's where we need the country tune.
Now walk down. Scale notes. Then, got it? And then you're back to this. Change it right there. It's on your paper. And then the end is what did I write? when I have to think about it, I don't. Okay. Let's see. Okay. 6, 5, 6, 5. Okay, there it is. The next two last measures is a. Well, this one's cut off at the bottom. Are they all that way?
There's another look at.
Okay. Yeah.
Cut off.
Anyway.
You're welcome.
Well, I'll play it for you. I'm in the key
I
of
play by ear, so
in the key of E.
I struggle with that stuff still.
A lot of these songs are on my Hot Texas CD. They're $10, and I have some DVDs. I got tuners. I got capos. I got picks. I got some pins, and I got these little red harmonicas for $5 a piece. If you want to give a bunch to kids, you can get $40 for 12 of them. So let's go to K. It's there. You come to the teach-in today, I'll get you those last notes. I'll be at a table at the teach-in. The way they copied it, I think the page, the margin here dropped down, and then the final notes here. The notes, some of your notes you bend, but I'll get the rest of this for you if we come to the teach-in today. It's been a great audience, and thanks for bearing with me. I try to explain as much of this just by demonstration and watching and showing, not so much picking notes. But I think you got the hang of a lot of these songs. Trust that note when you see there's a melody there that you might not be able to do on a diatonic. It's probably very well could be on the country tune. It's a worthwhile investment to just enhance and expand your playing. So, if you need anything up here, I got DVDs on various things about harmonica, beginning, 60 hot licks. I got some books, hot licks for harmonica, the Happy Texas, Texas harmonica, and harmonica roadhouse, tuners, capos, picks. Just in case anybody needs something that nobody else has, maybe it's here. Thank y'all. This concludes our broadcast.